Buddha, a story of enlightenment. There is no holy life. There is no war between good and evil. There is no sin and no redemption. None of these things matter to the real you, but they all matter hugely to the false you, the one who believes in the separate self. You have tried to take your separate self, with all its loneliness and anxiety and pride, to the door of enlightenment. But it will never go through because it is a ghost. There was one monk who never spoke up. His name was Vappa, and he seemed the most insecure about Gautama coming back to life. When he was taken aside and told that he would be enlightened, Vappa greeted the news with doubt. "If what you tell me is true, I would feel something and I don't," he said. "When you dig a well, there is no sign of water until you reach it, only rocks and dirt to move out of the way. You have removed enough. Soon the pure water will flow," said Buddha. But instead of being reassured, Vappa threw himself on the ground, weeping and grasping Buddha's feet. "It will never happen," he moaned. "Don't fill me with false hope." "I'm not offering hope," said Buddha. "Your karma brought you to me along with the other four. I can see that you will soon be awake." "Then why do I have so many impure thoughts?" asked Vappa, who was prickly and prone to outbursts of rage, so much so that the other monks were intimidated by him. "Don't trust your thoughts," said Buddha. "You can't think you're self-awake. I have stolen food when I was famished, and there were times when I stole away from my brothers and went to women," said Vappa. "Don't trust your actions. They belong to the body," said Buddha. "Your body can't wake you up." Vappa remained miserable, his expression hardening the more Buddha spoke. "I should go away from here. You say there is no war between good and evil, but I feel it inside. I feel how good you are, and it only makes me feel worse." Vappa's anguish was so genuine that Buddha felt a twinge of temptation. He could reach out and take Vappa's guilt from his shoulders with a touch of the hand. But making Vappa happy wasn't the same as setting him free, and Buddha knew he couldn't touch every person on earth. He said, "I can see that you are at war inside, Vappa. You must believe me when I say that you'll never win." Vappa hung his head lower. "I know that, so I must go." "No, you misunderstand me," Buddha said gently. "No one has ever won the war. Good opposes evil the way the summer sun opposes winter cold, the way light opposes darkness. They are built into the eternal scheme of nature. But you won. You are good." "I feel it," said Vappa. "What you feel is the being I have inside, just as you have it," said Buddha. "I did not conquer evil or embrace good. I detached myself from both." "How?" "It wasn't difficult. Once I admitted to myself that I would never become completely good or free from sin, something changed inside. I was no longer distracted by the war. My attention could go somewhere else. It went beyond my body, and I saw who I really am. I am not a warrior. I am not a prisoner of desire. Those things come and go." I asked myself, who is watching the war? Who do I return to when pain is over or when pleasure is over? Who is content simply to be? You too have felt the peace of simply being. Wake up to that, and you will join me in being free. This lesson had an immense effect on Vappa, who made it his mission for the rest of his life to seek out the most miserable and hopeless people in society. He was convinced that Buddha had revealed a truth that every person could recognize. Suffering is a fixed part of life. Fleeing from pain and running toward pleasure would never change that fact. Yet most people spent their whole lives avoiding pain and pursuing pleasure. To them, this was only natural, but in reality they were becoming deeply involved in a war they could never win.